Welcome back to a very special flight review. Today we are flying the world's most notorious airline.
You are a weak white man, don't talk to me. In Nigeria, you never know, everything can change rapidly.
Right now, we've not been able to secure fuel.
Endless fighting going on. One person passed out. It's an absolute nightmare.
Over 10 million people watched my Air Peace horror flight in 2022 with fighting passengers, a 6-hour delay, an airplane without jet fuel, and crew illegally operating my flight to Johannesburg. But why is Air Peace always dominating the aviation headlines? Let me tell you.
Let's start with the airline's chief executive, Alan Onyema, the only CEO in the industry with an active arrest warrant against him. But the airline is also known for its terrible safety record and not reporting incidents to the relevant authorities, constantly jeopardizing the safety of the general public, including tail strikes, runway excursions, or crew operated on flights they aren't trained for. The list goes on and on and on.
Since April this year, Air Peace is operating daily flights to London, and many ask themselves how is an airline with such a questionable safety reputation is allowed to do so and enter one of the most regulated airspace in the world. Has Air Peace really changed, or was the UK government pressured into this deal? Well, let's travel from the United Kingdom all the way to Nigeria on one of Africa's most controversial airlines and find out ourselves.
So guys, and here we are, a beautiful good morning from London. Behind me is the check-in counter for Air Peace, the most requested flight. Everybody wanted me to do this. As the unofficial brand ambassador of Air Peace, let's fly them again. Let's fly from London all the way to Nigeria for hopefully another unforgettable experience. After a borderline racist experience checking in for my flight in Lagos 2 years ago, I was hoping for a more smooth procedure this time around, and after presenting my visa, I was all good to go, and the agent handed over my boarding pass to me. The first hurdle was taken.
So guys, all checked in, and I am not banned from Air Peace, so that's already a good sign. Now let's head to the lounge, and then let's have a look at the Boeing 777 that they sent to London. And guys, there she is. The stuff dreams are made of. Air Peace Boeing 777. It's nice to see her again. I missed her.
Though Air Peace is one of the worst rated airlines in the world, I somehow had the feeling today was gonna be a good flight, flying on their flagship 777. So let's head to the gate and find out.
Anuli Peggy Onyema, that's exactly the same 777 I took to Johannesburg 2 years ago, and it's exactly the same, but that is taking me back to Nigeria. You know, the one thing I can't wrap my head around is the fact that the UK authorities granted landing rights to Air Peace, given that the airline has such a poor safety record and reputation. Even Dubai pulled it for them because they had literally crew operating on a 777 which wasn't licensed to do so. And even when I was on my flight, there were so many safety issues and flaws. And knowing that the European Union especially has such tough regulations in place that it's really hard for an airline to gain operational certificates to the European Union, that I'm really like, I know the UK is no longer part of it, but I have no idea how they are allowed to fly here. Makes me really wonder how it works. However, maybe they have improved and they went through screening and audits and perhaps they were satisfied. and hence they are allowed to come to the UK, but we'll see how today's flight goes. And I think this is the art of flight reviews, that whatever there has been in the past doesn't matter from the moment you step on board again. So they have an absolute new chance, and as I said, perhaps it's going to be a great flight, and this is what I'm here. So yeah, I will just judge them according to their performance. So guys, it's 10 a.m. Scheduled departure time is 10 past 11. An interesting observation, the crew already went on board at 9 a.m. So they have been on the plane for an hour. Now I'm going through the past history of this flight, and not once in the past 30 days has it departed on time. So the minimum delay is always 1 hour, which makes me question, the crew has been on board since 9. They closed the check-in at 9:30. So 9:30 is the last time you can check in, yet they have never left on time. Last time I flew Air Peace, we had a 6-hour delay. On the domestic flight, I think it was only 2 hours. So I really wonder what it is. You just close the check-in at 9:30. The crew already is on board since 9. The plane is there. We will find out whether we're going to leave on time today or not, but it hasn't in the past month. So yeah, very curious to see what's going to happen once we're on board. So it's 10 past 10. They just made their announcement that they're going to start boarding very soon.
D for Delta. D for Delta. So you also have to wait. D for Delta. Your cabin B.
Business?
Class B. Oh, you're on business? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So good. I can wait. No rush.
Thank you so much.
Hi, how are you?
Suiza?
Thank you. And here we are, welcome on board Air Peace 777 business class, and I'm sure the F-geeks among my viewers recognize the cabin straight away. Do you know which airline used to operate this plane before? Let me know in the comment section below right now. While it's not the most modern cabin and doesn't compare to the seats of Virgin Atlantic or British Airways, who also operate flights from London to Nigeria, I found it very spacious and comfortable, at least on the first impression. So one crew member came around the corner, she saw me, and she looked at me like this, and then turned around without saying anything, and I think she told everybody else. I think she knows exactly who I am. So guys, and here you are, welcome on board the one and only Air Peace. Your peace is our goal, so let's see how much peace we're really going to have on this flight. Very much looking forward to the next 6 hours flying to Nigeria. So yeah, I think this is a former Singapore Airlines plane. They have 2 777s. I think one used to fly with Emirates, one used to fly with Singapore Airlines. So some of you may recognize it. It's an old Singapore Airlines business class seat. It's nice. Thank you very much.
What would you like to drink? That's orange juice, this apple juice, and this champagne.
I have an apple juice, please. Nice of you. Thank you. And also lots of subscribers today on this flight. I still think they don't know really what to make of it, having me on board. Whether it's time for revenge or try to leave a better impression, but also nice to see that there's a lot of subscribers on board here, people walking past, saying hello and telling me that they follow my channel. So glad to know that I also have a strong subscriber base in Nigeria. And yeah, very happy to come back, because last time was a lot of fun. Also delighted to see that the previous passenger left a little gift for me, a bun, as well as a used tissue. And it's not necessarily Air Peace fault, that's the ground handling here in London who's supposed to clean it properly. So Air Peace, you gotta have a word with the guys here in London.
Guys, are you still looking for some really cool Christmas presents? Well, look no further. I just dropped my new collection, including this really cool Cahill hoodie. Instant upgrade as soon as you step on board. Or how about starting your day drinking your lovely morning coffee out of this really beautiful Cahill mug? Or how about those really cool Cahill keyrings removed before flight? They look really cool on your carry-on, or many other ideas. So check out the link in the description box below. Merry Christmas. You good?
Thank you.
I looked a little.
Have 9J and 9J.
The menu card.
So it's 10 past 11. We're supposed to be airborne by now. Boarding is still not completed either. However, I was given a menu and an amenity kit. Crew is slowly warming up. I feel like they... No, boarding is completed. So yeah, crew is warming up a little bit to me, which is nice to see. And yeah, gonna have a look at the menu and let's see what they serve on this flight today. Because I'm very hungry. The safety video was shown, the plane was pushed back, the ground staff waved goodbye and we taxied to the runway with a slight delay. However, a lot of you guys asked about the gear I used to record my flight reviews, so I put together a comprehensive list of all the things on my website. The link is in the description box below. It was then time to say farewell to the United Kingdom, and it was also time for the crew to take my meal order and hand out some hot towels as well. So guys, we are 45 minutes into the flight. It's freezing cold in here, and I didn't sleep that well last night. I was probably like really scared. I was like, how peaceful is it going to be? Am I going to have a good flight on Air Peace? Will they let me go on board? Will I be banned? All these things went through my head. But so their menu is actually very comprehensive. They have like 4 mains on there and also like 4 starters. So as a starter, and that's what I love about Air Peace, that they have Nigerian items on the menu. So it's a goat soup, a spicy pepper goat soup. It looks very spicy. It smells really good. I also have to like point out that I'm the only non-Nigerian passenger on board, so I'm literally the only white guy here. But I have to prove that we are not weak, that we can take spicy food. So I'm gonna try this now. It looks pretty good, and I'll let you know how it tastes. So the moment of truth has arrived. I wonder whether the catering was loaded in London or whether they brought it from Nigeria. Oh my goodness. That is not a joke. Wow. Oh. Hands down, the spiciest dish I've ever had on any flight. And you know, usually on 37,000 feet, your taste buds aren't as functioning as they would be on the ground. So if I would eat that at a lower altitude, I'll probably die. My lips are already numb. That's how spicy it is. I'm not joking. It's like crazy spicy. My god. But so delicious as well. But regardless, either tonight or latest tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have a lot of fun on the loo. The crew just came around and she looked at me. She's like, is it too hot? I was like, No, it's okay. I can do it. I can't. I can't take any more of this. It's delicious. Honestly, like air peas, well done. But it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It was delicious, but it was so spicy as well. I almost died.
Crew is clearly not interested in my sub story. It's like, you are a weak white man, don't talk to me. So guys, we are on to the main course. I decided to go for the salmon with Chinese fried rice. It's set on the menu. And I don't know, that looks like banana, fried banana. It looks alright. So let's try it. But probably won't be able to give you much feedback on what it tastes like because my tongue is still numb. So what I like about the salmon, it's not overcooked. It's nice. It's the way you like it. Smushy in the center, juicy. It goes pretty well with the rice. So yeah, on that one, well done, air piece. That's the thing, like with fish on board, sometimes it's either like way too dry or just perfectly done. And this one is pretty good. I like it. So I'm on to my coffee. The meal was alright, pretty average. I mean, there was nothing outstanding, but it wasn't too bad either. Service. So there's 4 crew members here that roam around the cabin. 2 of them are really nice. They're very engaging. The lady, or the individual that is serving me, she isn't really engaging. She isn't very service oriented. For example, before you serve a coffee, generally you try to clear the main, and take the tray away. That's just how it works in the industry. She doesn't really want my feedback. She doesn't really follow up. So she's not very interested in what I or other passengers have to say. But that is so essential though, like in order to create a good experience, you want to talk to your guest, you want to figure out how does he like the food, is there anything that we can do differently, is there anything we can improve, does he need anything else? So while she's having a smile on her face, she definitely needs a lot more training when it comes to service. So I hope Airpeace is going to see that feedback and is going to try to train them accordingly. But so far, so good. But we're just about to enter African airspace. We are over Algeria soon, and yeah, it's been all good. And here we go, the Airpeace loo review. Technically, I retired the loo review. I said I'm not going to do it anymore, but on a special flight, we always have to squeeze one in. And it's nice, it's spacious. That's what I love about the 777. The loos are very, very spacious. And I also like that they have all the amenities here. I was given an amenity kit as well, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. You have extra mirrors here. One there, and most importantly, it's nice and clean, so no complaints here. Looking good. Right after the review, it was time for a little afternoon nap, and though the seat doesn't go fully fat, I still find it nice and comfortable. So I had a really good nap. I needed that after almost having no sleep last night. It's 90 more minutes to go. They have a snack service now, and yeah, guys probably asking yourself what happened after I posted the last video of Airpeace. Had like, I don't know, 3 million views, I think another 4 million on Facebook. Then the first video had almost 1 million views, and then 2 million on Facebook. So combined, like almost 10 million people saw the whole Airpeace drama. And I remember when I posted the first video that the airline would really know how to react. So nobody ever reached out to me personally. But I remember they would pay someone or some company to leave positive comments on my video, and you could see there was a lot of bots and all the comments were the same, and over 200. It was a bit weird because I was like, why are all the comments the same? Also on Instagram. And then when you went to the profiles, you could tell it was all fake profiles as well, so it was quite interesting. I mean, other than that, yeah, I never really heard from them. But yeah, I would love, but to be honest, I would love to meet the CEO. I think Alan Onyema, what his name is. I saw a few TV appearances of him. He's a very outspoken kind of guy. Yeah, would definitely love to meet him. So, Alan, if you see this video, let's do a video together. Let's take a flight on Air Peace and we can have a good chat. I'd love that. Because I also think in those 2 years, a lot of things have changed. Because very happy with the service, very happy with the food and the overall experience, the operation. So yeah, you know, well done. I mean, we still have 90 minutes to go. A lot of things can happen within those 90 minutes, but it's looking a lot better than my previous flights on Air Peace. But yeah, so Alan, if you ever want to get a coffee or you want to do a video together, let me know, and we're going to go on a Air Peace flight together, and then you tell me what you think of all this. I'd love to. We then entered Nigerian airspace, and our flight would slowly come to an end. But now I have a little surprise for you as well. So guys, also a quick look at the amenity kit. The usual suspect items, lotion, a razor. I haven't seen a razor in a amenity kit ever, I think. Comb, toothbrush. Yeah, pretty much all you need for a short 6-hour hop from London to Nigeria. And since this Air Peace amenity kit is an absolute collector's item, I want to give it away to one of you guys. So all you have to do is just leave a comment. Doesn't matter really what you comment. Subscribe and share the video with one friend on WhatsApp or message or whatever, and then you get the chance to win this absolute beauty of an amenity kit. I'm sure not a lot of people have it, so you can go to school and you can brag. You can say, hey, I have an Air Peace amenity kit. How amazing is that? Instant respect. So yeah, leave a comment, and also the ladies will be super impressed if you show up with that Air Peace pouch there. You'll be on the good list. So I said an hour to go until we touch down in Lagos. Got a bit of a snack service, chicken skewers, fruit salad, water, another bun. But yeah, the cabin crew that is assigned to my row, she does know nothing about service. Yeah. So she would come with the hot towels, and she would give me the hot towel, and then she kept on waiting, and she was standing in front of me waiting until I was done with the hot towel while she looks at me. It's really strange as well. And when she set up my table, she came here, she stood in front of me with the tablecloth and just looking at me and just waiting for me to get the tray table out. Instead of like, hey, how are you? Did you have a good nap? Do you want to have anything to eat? She's like, yeah, she's not a service person at all. And I noticed that during lunch as well. She definitely didn't get her job because of her skills. Not the service skills, at least. But yeah, now let's try and see what the chicken tastes like. And then, yeah, can't wait for the arrival experience in Lagos. I think we're gonna arrive at the new terminal though. Last time I flew into the old one, which is a bit of a mess, but I heard the new one is a lot nicer. So yeah, still a lot to come. In Nigeria, you never know, everything can change rapidly within a second. So I wouldn't call it a good day until I safely arrived at my hotel. Shortly before we started our descent into Lagos, the crew would give out a Snickers bar, which I think was a nice touch. And if you think that's it, wait for the crazy arrival experience in Nigeria, vibrant capital, one of the largest cities on earth.
Well guys, here we are. Welcome back to Nigeria.
You help him. Take all of us. Hey, don't go. Help to. You better go. Better disturb him.
Your phone's about to be buzzing.
Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it.
Have a good time, right?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Bye, thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye. So now I quickly want to talk about the arrival experience when you land at a brand new, very nice looking terminal in Lagos, and that is corruption. As soon as you get to an immigration officer, they will ask you whether you have something for their coffee, which doesn't mean that they're particularly passionate about coffee, but they're simply asking for a bribe. And that is something that I've experienced on my previous visits to Nigeria as well. And now imagine you coming to Nigeria for the first time and you've been asking for a bribe. And the situation is, if you're not willing to pay it, they will send you to another immigration officer, and that goes on. That doesn't particularly mean that everyone is corrupt, but I've experienced it on many occasions. And even if you have the nice ones, you're being very suspicious, especially when they're overly nice, which is in their nature as well. You have great small talks and great conversations in Nigeria, especially when I left the country in Kano, and it was amazing. But I was still very hesitant to really engage and to be too friendly, because I once again was afraid that they'd be asking me for a bribe. So I think this is a problem that the authorities, or especially the border police, should look into, because it doesn't leave a good impression. But you don't have to be worried. If you're not willing to pay it, you might have to wait a little longer, but eventually they will let you enter the country. But just be aware, if they ask you if you have something for their coffee, just say, I don't drink coffee. However, once you successfully manage to get past immigration and collected your luggage, get prepared to meet a lot of eager individuals who will offer you all kinds of services. And for someone coming to Nigeria for the very first time, this can be very overwhelming. So try to stay polite, but I strongly recommend you to sort out an airport pickup prior to your arrival.
Hey, yo, what's up? How you doing, bro? Welcome back to the heat, though.
Thank you. How are you doing? You good?
Are you a Manchester fan?
No, I'm not a Manchester fan.
What are you fan of you?
I am, I think Liverpool. Liverpool is
Oh, never walk alone, though.
Yeah, that's
Someone pick you up, though.
Yeah, someone is picking me up.
Can we get a number?
Huh?
Can we get a number?
He's there, next to the hotel.
This is time coming here?
No, it's my third time here already. I know how it works. I know how it
You have to
works.
come here. Let me get you back.
That's all right. Thank you very much. I'm good, thanks.
What's the name of the guy? What's his name?
I don't know. It's a Marriott. You know the Marriott Hotel?
You work with this thing, right?
Good, I'm good. Thank you.
Sure, you work with him?
Huh?
You work with him?
Arriving in Lagos is always crazy.
You can drive in Lagos, you can drive in anywhere.
Exactly. You survive in Lagos, you survive everywhere. That's what I always say. Exactly. Lagos makes you stronger.
Make you stronger.
Makes you stronger.
Understand.
Traffic here sometimes is crazy. I remember last time I was here, it was crazy traffic. In all places in Africa, Lagos is the craziest. Johannesburg, no problem, you know, no problem. Addis, no problem. Dar es Salaam, no problem. Lagos, crazy. Gotta love Nigeria. Yeah.
There's protests.
Oh, is a protest?
There's a protest.
There's protest everywhere I go.
It's everywhere.
I was in Conakry last week, protest. I was in Bangladesh 2 weeks ago, protest. Everywhere I go, protest. The world is out of control.
Even this
Yeah, Lagos is calm. Yeah.
Go to Kano.
I'm going to Kano in 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, on the 9th. There's protest in Kano?
Hey, too much.
Too much.
That
Oh
place is
God.
horrible. It's very, very
Good. Good to know. Good to know. Oh dear.
Don't come back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't come back.
All right. Thank you very much. Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Hi. How are you? How's it going? You good? Yes. Triple 4, huh? I came here on a 777. Now I'm staying in room 444. That's good luck. And here I am. Welcome to the Marriott Lagos or Lagos. Do we have a view? Yeah, got a bit of a view. Some live music going on here. Yeah, that was it. That was my flight on Air Peace. It was a rather peaceful affair, you know. It would have been a lot luckier. It would have been a much better video if I would happen to have one of these other crews who were a lot nicer, so the service experience. But overall, like comparing it what I'm used to with Air Peace, this was actually a win-win for everyone. So it was a good flight. Glad to see them succeed. Happy to see them flying to London. That was always their dream, their fantasy, connecting Nigeria with the UK since such a competitive market. And they seem to be doing all right. Economy was full. There was 19 passenger in business class. So, you know, I only wish them the best, but it's, yeah, it's great to see them do good. And yeah, Nigeria, man, you should come here, guys. It is the Wild West. It's an interesting place. It's an interesting place. I remember last time I was here for a week almost. Trust me, I was very happy when I took that flight to Johannesburg because I don't know, like South and East Africa, I prefer a lot more. People are very different in West Africa. I don't know, I was just in Conakry now. That was quite of a, or Cape Verde. That was, I don't know. It's not my favorite part of Africa, but it is what it is. I'm sure there's people who love this part of the world. But yeah, guys, also check out my Patreon for some extra packs. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's video. Hit that like button, subscribe. And next week, or what is next? I'll be going to the airport, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I have to fly to Kano, and I haven't booked a flight yet. So the mission is, I'm just gonna rock up at the airport and just pick a random airline to take me to Kano. Let's see how it goes, because there's a lot of flights domestically. So many airlines that I've never heard of, so I'm sure it's gonna be good fun. So subscribe right now to not miss out on me suffering here. I know you like it, guys. All right, guys, where are we off to? Safe trip.